friends, we are back. Like I said, just cutting the episode and then immediately starting playing again because I'm just having so much fun with this deck. Gonna jump right back into the arena. If you're new to the series, of course, this is Free to Legendary, a series in which I'm taking a Hearthstone account from having nothing to having everything, or at least being it of legendary rank. Through careful play, good tactics, and winning a lot at Arena, apparently. At least this arena was free, or should be. This is a perfect hand on the draw. We get to go Coin Defias into Micro Machine. I will send back Sap and Frostwolf Warlord, looking for more stuff to play early. The Head Crack was a much worse draw than the Warlord. The opponent is going to be able to Fire Blast my 2-1, but that's okay. Starting Coin Defias is pretty good. It slows the opponent down a lot, and it will hopefully be able to protect our Micro Machine as we go off with that. He, of course, Fire Blasts the 2-1.
The pleasure is mine.
Next turn, we even have Zombie Chow plus Dagger or Zombie Chow plus Loot Hoarder. Gonna see, of course, what the opponent does. If he plays a 3 health guy, I'm gonna play Zombie Chow plus Dagger and clear his guy so that we can keep our Micro Machine alive and doing damage. Ironforge Rifleman means that we're going to play Chow plus 2-1. Clear this, hit him. He's now kind of obligated to use his Fire Blasts on my Micro Machine this turn, which means he's not using it on this Loot Hoarder this turn. And he's also not doing much productive on turn 4, probably. Alright, he has a Mech Warper there. So I'm going to play, instead of Chillwind Yeti, I will play Hungry Dragon, because we can clear most 1/1s at this point. That was a very good card for him, because we can't clear that easily. I probably still do it rather than hit face. It's a little unfortunate. I would have rather drawn a 2-mana spell so I could use my Dagger plus my Zombie Chow to clear this and then played something for 2, but I can't get set so far behind by not playing anything this turn. I think this turn I'm going to let him have his trades and just hit him in the face, because if he doesn't end up killing both of these guys, it makes my Frostwolf Warlord bigger. Plus, getting the damage through certainly doesn't hurt. Alright, Fireball that is fine. Didn't draw anything that I can play here, which is a little unfortunate to play usefully here. I would like to use my Dagger, but I don't. I would have to play like Headcrack or something stupid, so I'm just going to play this Frostwolf Warlord as a 5/5 and trade my 2-1 for his 2-1. He goes back up to 26, which is a little unfortunate, but we will live. Next turn I'm going to set up with my Dagger probably, just clearing his 1/1. This is one of the only mages we've played against this game so far. Fire Blast me is a little bit ambitious. He's assuming that I have no way to heal this or give it health. Sprint was a good draw. I could assassinate this, or play Yeti plus Dagger and send this in, and again force him to use his Fire Blast. Assassinate that does get through for 5 damage, which is not irrelevant. And then next turn I can go Yeti Headcrack. Alright, I'm in. We're playing the tempo game. Another option was Yeti plus Dagger killing that and just hit face, which might actually have been much better. Now you have to Fire Blast that. Yeah, okay, he does. Here I will send this in and use my Stormpike Commando rather than Yeti, because I get to play the Dagger. get to use the dagger. Shoot this, dagger up, finish that off. Opponent is again sort of obligated to use Fire Blast this turn, which makes it less likely that he plays something too dangerous. Just got to get through for damage here and there. See what his play is, of course. Mine is almost certainly Yeti plus Headcrack.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Yep, looking like Yeti plus Headcrack plus trade in my 4-2 for his 4-4. I could do this. I could also go to the face and put him to 15, but I think that's worse than doing this. I'm definitely going to have the mana to use my dagger next turn, so I'm going to hit him. I hit him rather than this because my plan is to probably just dagger and sprint. I guess actually dagger and sprint and set up for a sharp sword oil the turn after. Wind Fury Harpy, I will probably just sap. I'll just do like sap, sprint, hit opponent. I could also do oil. Backstab your 2/2. You use dagger, oil, and headcrack, and that gets through for 7 plus 4 plus 2 is 13, putting the opponent to 5. I think I like that play. Backstab. Plus oil. Ooh, I could also sap his guy instead of head cracking. That might be even better. Actually, sap his guy, hit him for 7. Kill the 3/2? Or, no, I just hit face here. Putting him to 7 here seems really good, given that I have a head crack in hand and a 4 damage weapon in play. He needs actual life gain to survive, probably. And I have sprint to find an arcane golem or an eviscerate to finish him off. Yes, it makes it more likely he can clear this 7/5, but he still needs 2 damage, or 1 damage, I guess. So I think the 4 damage, like, if the 7/5 lives, we win no matter what. He has to Pyroblast the 7/5. I think we're okay with that. So do we have 1 damage? We don't currently, because we have Headcrack plus 4 damage, so I'm going to sprint. See if I can find an Eviscerate, basically. Did not find an Eviscerate, so I'm just going to Headcrack. And I will hit face. Opponent needs life gain to not die to Headcrack. This deck is so much fun.
Well played.
I didn't think this deck would be this good, but it turns out to be insane. Sitting on 8 wins means that we're now going to gain profit off of this arena run. It will be worth more than 150 gold having done this. Our first hand in a while with no 2-drops. I could keep Ogre Brute here. Like, if we had a 2-drop, this hand would be great. So if I knew I was going to mulligan this into a 2-mana spell, I would do that. I would keep these 2, but as it is, I think I need to send them all back. And look for stuff that costs 2. Didn't find a thing that cost 2, but did find a Zombie Chow, and starting the game with a Zombie Chow is a pretty big game, so we're going to do that.
The pleasure is mine.
It is very rare to see rogues at this like 8-win point in arenas. At this point, it's almost always Paladin, Mage, Paladin, Mage, Mage, Paladin, with like the occasional Priest thrown in, because Priest, sometimes they get 9 shadow forms, or 9 shadow madnesses. I don't think I'm hoping to draw a play next turn, so I'm going to save this dagger. See what the opponent's got here. And a Money Berserker. Couple options actually. I could dagger and attack, and that leaves me with that. Then I only take 2, but I don't have a 2/1. Or I could attack and then dagger, and then I get to keep my 2/1. I think I would rather keep the 2/1. So just gonna do that. Control the board. Get a free card. Yes, I take 5, but it's worth it. In part, that's worth it because next turn I can kill whatever the Hungry Dragon gives him. Oh, wow. That's a card. Opponents with some pretty perfect counterplay this game. Hopefully he gets a 1 health minion. 1 health, 1 health, 1 health. That was 2 health. Alright. I'll hit it anyways. Gonna have to just hit it again with my dagger at some point. Dang. Scarlet Purifier. So basically I just took 3 extra damage there. A 5 mana spell is an Abomination. So what I get to do because he did that is play something plus Eviscerate. I think in this case it's going to have to be Headcrack, even though I want to keep the Headcrack. Because I want to Eviscerate this and then kill that with my dagger and leave this as a 5/4. I could also sap his 1/1, but I don't have anything else that I can play this turn. So unfortunately, have to discard this Headcrack to trigger the combo on Eviscerate, but could be worse. Another option, of course, is just Defender of Argus, but the fact that this kills a lot of his guys and leaves me with a 5/4, I think is quite relevant. I'm taking a lot of damage very quickly, though. I do have these 2 saps, which will let me get in for some more damage, hopefully, just by tempo, through the use of tempo. Did my opponent? Yeah, he coined out that Abomination. Oh, True Silver Champion, quite good here. It does put the opponent to 18, but it's going to be able to kill whatever I play next, which will be this Micro Machine. Do I hit him? I think I don't. Yeah, I think the chance that I want to use Sharp Sword Oil next turn is actually fairly high, so I don't attack the opponent. There's always a chance he decides the Micro Machine is not threatening enough to use the True Silver on, and just plays like a Boulder Fist Ogre or something this turn. Or he could use Hammer of Wrath on it. That's also fine. I mean, it's not great for me, but it's fine. Gonna hit that, backstab it. Re-dagger. I really need to draw a minion this game, because we're gonna lose here if I don't. Opponent able to clear everything I put on the board. That True Silver Champion won in the game. Had he not had that, and we'd gotten to, like, had he just had a guy there, even a guy with taunt, and we just got to double sap it and or go like sap oil, hit you for 1 billion, sap your next play as well, then obviously this game is over. But because the opponent had fast answers instead of slow answers, we're in much worse shape.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
He also has only guys that are pretty bad to sap in general. It might be right to oil here. I could Defender of Argus this, That doesn't change the math on it. It still dies to some attacks. I could sap both his guys. Makes it likely that I get to attack him. Is that lethal next turn? That would be 4, 5, 6, 12. So not lethal. I definitely have to sap at least one of his things. So I'll just sap the Gnomish Inventor. Hit face. Use thing. I kind of like, my plan is to sort of set this up so that Arcane Golem plus Tinker's Oil will be lethal eventually. That's kind of my only hope at this point in the game. Reckless Rocketeer killing me also makes this harder to win. So yeah, had he not been able to clear my Hungry Dragon that one turn, certainly would have won, but he was. One important thing about this, though, is that anything after this point... Oh, we've now actually fully leveled up Rogue. It might even be a higher level than Warlock and the correct choice for constructed play. But an important point is now we have 8 wins. Anything after this is just a bonus. It's free. Obviously, each win after this increases greatly in value, so it's important to try to get them. Because at this point we're looking at like 170 gold, but 9 wins is 200 gold, and 10 wins is more than that. Do we keep the Direwolf Alpha or look for a different 2-drop? I think I want to look for a different 2-drop. Do I keep the Jungle Panther? I think I do. I keep a 3 and just send everything back looking for some 2s. That was also not the 2-drop we wanted. On the play here, playing against a Warlock deck, which is interesting. Like I said, you usually see Paladins and Mages almost exclusively this high in the rankings. So I expect this guy has some broken synergies with Demons, probably. Playing the 2-3 over the 2-2 for obvious reasons. If this is just Dark Bomb my guy, I'm okay with that. Or he's going to play Coin and Scarlet Crusader, okay. Well, Micro Machine plus Defias Ringleader is a pretty nice play next turn. So what that means, I think, is that I hit the opponent in the face and play Deathlord. It would be quite difficult, I think, for him to kill this Deathlord this turn. He would need, like, Power Overwhelming plus Dark Bomb, or Power Overwhelming plus Mortal Coil. I will just let this continue on. Eventually I can always assassinate that guy, but for now I think Micro Machine plus Defias Ringleader.
This is our town, scrub.
Yeah.
Is it worth it to knock the Divine Shield off that? Probably. No, probably not, because that makes it more likely he can kill the Deathlord this coming turn. And my game plan here is to just go face. Just hope he does not have enough mana to kill all my stuff. So he hits that, and he has an Implosion from my Micro Machine. Only getting 2 imps, though. So it for sure could be worse. I now have a Direwolf Alpha plus a Jungle Panther. I will trade my 2-1 in for his 3-3. Hit face, hit face, hit face. Play a Jungle Panther. Could have dealt 2 extra damage there, putting him to 12, but this way I'm just doing so much damage so quickly. I'm not sure how he's going to get out of this. I mean, obviously, the Death Lord could give him something ridiculous. But I think failing that, he's just in a lot of trouble. We're doing 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage this turn. And I'm just going to play, yeah, 13 damage. And I'll just play a Yeti.
I got this.
Alright. He needs something quite monstrous to get him out of this position. Defia's ringleader. So the Death Lord there was really good. It stopped his guys from doing anything. This is kind of the first time I've seen Death Lord actually be impressive in Arena. Usually it just gives your opponent a free card. Well, do you have anything that can gain a bunch of life and stop all my guys from hitting you? So, a big taunt. Alright. Yeah, this deck. So that was the deck performing to design, although we drew very, very well that game. Gonna keep going. Like I said, anything after this is a bonus, and I am very happy to get those bonuses. My opponent is another paladin. So we can expect consecrations, true silver champions, all the things that paladins have when you get up to 9 wins. At this point, I think it's unlikely that this deck's gimmick works, because our opponents are just going to have such high value plays. Although going Zombie Chow into Micro Machine on the play is not the worst way, and our opponent did send back all 4 cards, meaning he could just not have stuff to deal with Micro Machine.
The pleasure is mine.
Alright, he didn't have anything last turn, and we get to go Death Lord to maybe protect our Micro Machine. This could be very good. Could just do a lot of damage to the opponent here. Coin into a 3-drop, which is going to be a muster for battle. Not that good against Death Lord. Death Lord, I will clear one of the 1/1s with my Zombie Chow into the face. I really do want to clear these 1/1s, at least mostly, with the Chow. So he's used the coin already. He can't have a consecration this turn. Blessing of Wisdom. Whenever this attacks, he draws a card. You know what? I am okay with that. He's sending in both 1/1s into the Death Lord. That is a very bad play. Very, very bad. Couple options here. I could Defender of Argus this guy. And this thing, which would put it out of consecration range, but would also let him attack the Zombie Chow. And I kind of want to just protect my Zombie Chow from his stuff. If he has consecration, that's fine. He still doesn't kill the Death Lord. I'm definitely just giving him cards off of the Blessing of Wisdom.
Job's done.
He can draw a card for me to do 5 damage. That's fine. We're all in at this point. Just gonna try to get him, finish him off with the oil eventually. Okay, Defender of Argus taunting this guy up seems good, and then I can Cold Blood something as well. So this hits that, and then I Cold Blood probably the Death Lord actually, because it has the most health. Doesn't die too. Oh, actually, he's dead. I thought about that too hard. Alright, well the deck killed. I got a turn 5 kill going Chow into Micro Machine into Deathlord. The Deathlord again just being ridiculous that game. This deck is insane! Why have I not been drafting this arena deck?
Valera versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
Alright, we get to start with the Zombie Chow again. Into Micro Machine. I am liking where this is heading. I'm gonna send these back because I want to draw them later. We got Snap and Assassinate. Not the best draws here. Assassinate has been shockingly bad in this deck because we just want to maintain board control, usually.
The pleasure is mine.
See what the opponent has. A Young Priestess. Well, that does not look very good against Zombie Chow or Dagger. I think my plan is probably going to have to be to Dagger the Priestess. I mean, unless he plays something. Okay, Shrinkmeister and then hit this. Make that a 3 health minion. That's actually quite annoying. I think the play here is probably Dagger, kill that thing, and save my Dagger to finish off his Priestess. Depends on what his play here is, of course, but I can always sap the thing that got buffed later on. Like, I can go sap Coin Ringleader this coming turn, maybe. Or it can just be a Novice Engineer, and then it doesn't kill my Micro Machine, so I don't care. I could play Micro Machine, Coin Ringleader, or just Ogre Brute. I think Ogre Brute is going to be better here. I'm going to play this game a little bit slow. I'm up a free card because I killed his Young Priestess for free.
It's time for a little blood.
Is someone injured?
Gonna have to kill that, probably. So let's see if my Ogre Brute manages to attack this. It does not. What does it hit? Okay, it hits that. That's fine. I probably just Defender of Argus now, or I could go Dagger. Dagger doesn't do anything. Micro Machine Ringleader lets him kill the 2/1 and then heal his Northshire Cleric, which is, I think, too good for him. So I am just going to play this Defender of Argus. Not the best play. I could also have coined Frostwolf Warlord. That might have been better. Yeah, that would have been better. That was a mistake, for sure. I was overvaluing the coin there. Alright, Shadow Word Death, hit that heal. That's fine. He's playing very slowly to get that card. Backstab, attack, Frostwolf Warlord, probably. Yeah, that seems good. Just clear his stuff. I could also play Backstab plus Dagger, hit that, and then play Micro Machine and a coined Defias Ringleader. It's so bad against Holy Nova, but if he doesn't have Holy Nova, it's really good. So let's try that, I think. Not, again, really, really bad against Holy Nova. I could not play the Micro Machine just because it's so bad against Holy Nova. But if he doesn't have Holy Nova, having the Micro Machine out seems really strong.
Yeah, beat it.
Choose soon.
No, I think I can't take that risk. I think I have to play it slower. That's fine. So now I can play Micro Machine, coin Frostwolf Warlord, make a giant-ass Frostwolf Warlord. I can assassinate his guy and just hit him for 6. Okay, well, let's play just the biggest stuff. I could trade in two of my 2/1s for his 4/5, or just hit him for 4. Two of my 2/1s and my dagger. I think I want to clear his board here. We're still in a spot where we can win through card advantage. So, continuing to play around Holy Nova. I'm assuming the Frostwolf Warlord doesn't live, because if it does live, we're in great shape. Thoughtsteel is fine. He's going to get like Tinker's Sharpsword Oils and Cold Bloods and other things that are very irrelevant. Gonna play Injured Blade Master, Dagger, hit.
You're looking at me for the whole.
Do I play Sun Fury? So this is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it's still not lethal with the Sun Fury out. So I'm going to hold this in case the taunt is relevant. Opponent needs, I think, Light Bomb basically to get out of this. Or Shadow Word Death just to kill this would be fine.
I've got a huge.
Light Bomb would clear my board, of course. So 8, 12, 14, 15 damage I have. Putting my opponent to 6. And then just assassinate the 4/2 or just ignore the 4/2. I could taunt my Direwolf Alpha. Okay, let's go to the face. I could also just sap his guy. It seems weird sapping a Stormpike Commando, but if he replays Stormpike Commando, he doesn't win anyways, so... And I will play the Sun Fury Protector. Basically because if the opponent has Light Bomb this turn, Sun Fury will still put him to... will still start doing damage to him.
You have been.
Okay, that was 11 wins.
Well,
Tick, tick, tick. Can we get the 12th? Boss music. Who is the final boss? This is interesting for me because this deck is so different from my normal playstyle. Usually I'm very focused on card advantage, and this deck really just wants to gain tempo and hit the opponent in the face. Okay, we have Micro Machine and Direwolf Alpha and a Backstab. I'm going to keep Backstab and Micro Machine because Backstab protects my Micro Machine. And try to find Zombie Chow. Didn't find Zombie Chow. Not looking good so far. But, I mean, maybe we just get another game where the Micro Machine goes off. Okay, opponent replacing 2 cards. Bloodsail Raider's good, because you can, of course, make it a 3/3 as a rogue.
the pleasure is mine. Hello.
Opponent with the Golden Mage, which means they've won 500 games as Mage in play mode. This account has certainly not done that.
To do.
Okay, so he is using the coin. Is this a 3/2 or a 2/3? That's a 3/2. That's exactly what I wanted to see. A high value 3/2 is really good for me here because I get to just backstab it and play Micro Machine. See what the opponent's play is. It's a Youthful Brewmaster. Alright. I could play Sun Fury Protector here. give this guy taunt, even though I'd rather he not have taunt, but that seems fine. Just getting another 2/3 on the board seems good, and the next turn I can play Dagger plus Bloodtail Raider. So let's do that, and I'm hitting my opponent, of course. Since I have this head crack in hand, just getting a little bit of incidental damage on the opponent and then stalling out the game seems like a reasonable game plan. He's obviously trading his 3/2 for my Micro Machine. You have to do that. Huh. Well, I think the only reasonable play I have is Dagger plus Bloodtail Raider plus hit this plus hit face. And the reason for that is that if he then attacks my 2/3, I get to finish off his 3/1 with my second Dagger charge. Rogue Hero Power is really nice, doing 2 damage for 2 mana. Flame Cannon, my guy, is fine. Don't hate that. I will just play a 4/4 Frostwolf Warlord if I have to. I'd rather draw a 2-drop. Or even this Chillwind Yeti is also fine.
Here we go.
But playing a 4/4 there would have been fine. Actually, Chillwind Yeti is pretty great. In this spot. Opponent with 5 cards in hand to my 4, though I have the first play. Guru Bashi Berserker is really not what I wanted to see. I'm going to play Dagger up, play Loot Hoarder. Actually, do I save the Loot Hoarder? Because if I save the Loot Hoarder, I can go Oil next turn, Loot Hoarder plus Oil. Although I can also just go Headcrack plus Oil. So yeah, I'm going to play the Loot Hoarder, and I'm going to hit face, and I'm going to save my 2 Dagger charges so that I can Oil with them. The hope is that I draw a 2-mana spell at some point, or something like a 2-mana spell plus a Cold Blood would be just a ridiculous amount of damage. So maybe I can draw into something like that. He's probably going to Fire Blast his guy and then send it at my Yeti. But if we're lucky, that means my Loot Hoarder survives and can just trade for the rest of his Berserker.
What to do? What to do?
Okay. Fen Creeper is also fine. I really want to draw a sap here. Stormpike Commando will do. I will shoot this, send this guy into it, hit face, and recharge my dagger. Next turn I can go Blade Master plus Oil, Head Crack, Blade Master plus Head Crack, Warlord plus Head Crack, Warlord plus Blade Master. I really don't want to play into Flame Strike too much, so I'd rather never have more than 2 minions in play. A second Fen Creeper. Alright, you're gonna Fire Blast my dude. Okay, well, I'm not happy about this, because what I really want to do is clear the Fen Creeper with like a sap. That sap would be ideal. Would have been ideal to draw there. I could play Deathlord plus Blade Master. I could play Deathlord plus Oil, and I have to just hope that the Oil lands on the Yeti. I guess if it lands on the Deathlord, that's also fine. Him having all these taunts is very annoying, and me not having any of my saps, or Assassinate would also have been fine. Alright, I'm going to go Injured Blade Master plus Oil. If it lands on the Yeti, great. It didn't, so now I just have to send my 2 guys into, or send my guy plus myself into that. Well, that probably loses me the game, the fact that that didn't land on the Yeti there. Because if it lands on the Yeti, I get to trade in and hit my opponent down to 16 with a 4 damage weapon in play, and then I can maybe delay with this Death Lord long enough. Also, the fact that he's going to get to hit me for 8 with the Gurbashi Berserker, which means I probably will not be able to clear it with a weapon. So this is a little unfortunate. Things looking grim for me. Fen Creeper turns out actually very good against this deck, even though it's not like it's an okay card, but not an insane card. Had I had a Sap or an Assassinate last turn, things obviously look very different. If I get to go Sap, Oil, and then hit him for 7 with the Yeti plus 4, then he goes down to 7. Okay, trading his 8-1 for my 7-3 is something I really don't mind seeing. Oh no, not Water Elemental. Say it ain't so. Okay, gonna play Death Lord, Ogre Brute, Head Crack, and probably have to hit the opponent. He's gonna get to break my Death Lord this turn, unless I hit the Piloted Shredder. But if he gets a 3 damage minion, no, I can't let him break the Death Lord this turn.
Scrub.
If he has like a Flame Strike or even a Fireball or even a Polymorph, this game's pretty much over. I had to use so much damage to clear his.
I am not a morning person.
What do you call them?
For the crusade!
Fen Creepers, that's the one. Okay, well, if my opponent can't lethal me this turn, I do have a lot of stuff, so let's see what happens. I definitely want to hit face here. Ogre, please! Why? Why, Ogre? Why you do this to me? Do I want a smaller Warlord or no 2-1? I think I probably want no 2-1 and a bigger Warlord. No, a 6-6 Warlord versus a 7-7 Warlord doesn't make a difference in this spot, but the 2-1 might. So let's do it this way.
This is our town, scrub.
Yeah, beat it.
If I had knocked my opponent down to 14 with that, so he was at 12 now, this could be a lot better, although killing the Spider Tank isn't the stone worst. Maybe I can still win this. It really depends on what he gets off the Death Lord and similar things. Okay, a Silver Moon Guardian doesn't really change the math. He's effectively at 14, because I have a Head Crack in hand. He's going to hit me, which is smart. You have to freeze me there. He's going to shoot that, also smart. And then clear my guys. Oh, he has a Frostbolt? Okay. Well, the Frostbolt means I can't win.
I wield the power of black.
Yeah, Eviscerate actually would have done it, right? 8, 9, 10, 14, 8, 10, yeah, 14, and then one more hit with the dagger, but then I die on the turn, so I would have had 15 damage. Even with the Ogre hitting, since he had a Frostbolt, I am dead anyways. So, good game. Well played to the opponent. Pity we only got to 11, but I will take 11 on my second arena on this account. Especially with a deck I wasn't convinced was any good. this will give us a huge boost in terms of what we get for our collection. So let's do that. Pew, pew, pew. Come on, good stuff. We get 4 boxes. If you get to 12, you get 5 boxes, which is why 12 is such a big deal. 65 gold, 1 pack, 1 golden rare, and 195 gold. All right. So we cleared 260 gold, getting a nice tidy gold profit there, as well as a pack and a golden rare, which we will happily turn into a big pile of dust. We also now have enough to do another arena and unlock a wing of Naxxramas. So let's see what our pack is. Dun dun dun, come on, good stuff. Ogre Brute, that will turn into dust. Micro Machine, turn into dust. Some all-stars from our arena there. Another Ogre Brute. Actually, we might keep these for now just because they're fairly efficient. And we only have bad cards. Our rare is a Lil Exorcist and a Tinkertown Technician, which we will keep. So this we will get rid of. These two we will actually keep and play in a lot of decks, probably, until we get the really good minions. Alright, so that was an 11-win arena. That sets us up really well for the future, so thanks for watching, everyone. I am going to jump back in shortly with another episode. This has been Free to Legendary, and I will catch you next time. Feel free, of course, to comment, rate, and subscribe. GG.